So it's Thursday, September 24th, 2019 at 4:22 p.m. I had given a heads up that I received a email from MetLife saying that my case has been reinstated after they did a courtesy review of my case after dropping me out of the blue just on August 7th. So I am in receipt of the letter now, and I actually made a video just a little while ago, a really good video, but unfortunately I keep holding up the paperwork and it's showing my address, and I don't want to expose that, so I have to do a new video here, which sucks because it's so hard to talk when you're hiccuping. But anyway, I got confirmation of it says this notice outlines what you need to know about your long-term disability claim under the plan referenced above, and we have determined that you are disabled. We have reinstated your claim effective August 8, 2019, which is the day that they stopped all coverage without any warning. And the girl was very thrilled to tell me that news, which was kind of the most hurtful part. There wasn't a lot of care involved. It was just like they were happy about it. So, but this is a process that I am happy to take a lot of credit for, because my actions have actually got this reinstated. So I'm happy to take the credit for this one. But when they dropped me, they were quite lengthy in their reasoning. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4 pages, 4, 5 full pages. Really full, very detailed as to why they were dropping me. But I get one little page to reinstate me. I was kind of looking forward to seeing what they found that has now changed their minds. So I guess the story is that back in February, or MetLife was doing what they do. So often they check in to make sure that you're still disabled, and they require physicians' responses. They sent all my physicians letters and some things to fill out, and most of them responded, 2 didn't. One is gastroenterologist and the other is a thoracic. So MetLife then in February sent me a letter saying, can you get these doctors to respond, which I tried by phone calls, and they weren't returning my phone calls. Then I sent a certified letter to both those physicians. One responded immediately with a letter, the other one ignored it or didn't respond. And then I followed up with many phone calls and an email. There was just no response. These are my doctors that I'm seeing right now. Still, I'm seeing, and you kind of expect them to respond at some point. I mean, I had a list that I had shown him. You know, April 9th was the certified letter. Their follow-up calls were April 22nd, May 9th, May 14th, June 4th, August 7th, an email on June 12th, and nothing. So I made an appointment on August 9th to confront him with this, because to me that's about malpractice-y type behavior. I didn't know I was going to be dropped, so I had an appointment already set to confront with him, to get a letter from him. And then on the 7th, I received a phone call really late in the afternoon. They're in the East Coast, so I couldn't turn the call till really early in the morning, which I got up for. And that's when they told me that I had been dropped and that all my income had been stopped. And so I was fortunate to already have that scheduled to go in there and now tell him that his actions had caused my disability to be dropped, for which he didn't seem to care too much until I started focusing on the lack of responses to my attempts, and I kept focusing on that because I'm basically saying, without saying it, that you're conducting malpractice. A patient's coming to you for help. I mean, the letter I sent is very clear. I'm in great need of your medical expertise. My financial security is being threatened while I'm in transition from MetLife to SSDI. My disability coverage can be dropped in a moment's notice. This is very frightening. MetLife may not believe that hiccups are a debilitating condition. MetLife requires a better medical understanding from the medical professional overseeing my condition. My voice and experience isn't enough. This is so critical to my future, my home, my spouse, my financial well-being, and most importantly, my health. I need your help. And it goes on and on. It's very clear I needed help. That was April. August, they dropped me. And so August 9th, I had an appointment. I'm like, well, why haven't I heard from you? You know, and after I kept repeating those dates and their non-responsive behaviors, he realized that this is more serious. So he made me top priority, and I knew that he has the power to change this because he was the Thorndike was referred to me by MetLife's IME doctor, which is their independent physician's examiner, which is kind of a setup to drop you. I saw him September 2018, and he was very complimentary. Said I have great records. I really document this well, which I thought was nice. And then he made a recommendation for only one physician to see, which is this thoracic doctor who works in the surgery department where I work, which is where I didn't want to go. Because if it required surgery, I didn't want to have surgery in the surgery rooms with the people that I work with. I didn't want them to know me that well. But because it was referred to by MetLife, I kind of wanted them to have skin in the game. And since they recommended, or their IME doctor recommended this surgeon, I said, you know what, I had no choice. I had to follow up at least. I'm still with that surgeon, and he's the reason why I was dropped. But he's also now the reason I'm being reinstated. So he got on the phone and followed through, and it took a week, couple weeks, 3 weeks to get him to convince them to give a courtesy review of my case. So his calls were really, I knew that he had the power. His calls were really important. This time, the only information I provided to them were the letters from the physicians themselves, no medical notes, because I really wanted them to focus on the case as I would be presenting in a courtroom, and clearly it was powerful enough for them to reinstate me, which is really cool. But unfortunately, it caused a lot of unnecessary stress and strain and fear. The fear alone. But I have friends that came through right away. When I had gotten off the phone, I made a very emotional video right after I got off the phone. And a friend from Arizona, Mike, called me right away. The minute I posted the video, I mean, within minutes, he was on the phone with me. Said, I'm gonna find you an attorney. I'm gonna help you, which is really great. And he gave me this wonderful lady who really wanted to take the case, but she realized after a few phone calls that she's in another state, and although they kind of work back and forth, she thought that I would be better taken care of by a local attorney. So she referred me to this other really great attorney who I was working with to prepare. I hadn't signed a contract yet, and suddenly this second chance came up where they had informed me that MetLife had informed me that they were going to give me a courtesy review. So I talked to the attorney, and he was kind enough to actually tell me that here's an opportunity for you to take a second bite at the apple. Let's not sign any contracts yet. I will be here to answer any questions that you have, guide you through. I think he was under the assumption that they wouldn't reinstate, but it doesn't matter. It was still very nice of him to say, I'm not going to take any money from this. I think that he could see that I was clearly well prepared, and in fact complimented me and says that his clients never come this prepared. I mean, I basically laid out the case for him, so I done a lot of the work, and he said that I had quite a solid case here. So we knew that if we went to court, it would be a bulk thing, and then it would more justify the 40% that they take. So he let me pursue this on my own, which I've been waiting for this letter. I got a heads up the other day that this is going to happen, but email means nothing to me, and I need it in writing. So here it is. That's a big deal. And then almost immediately after my friend Mike called me for an attorney, my girlfriend Jen was on the phone and wanted to help me financially find a way through this period. We didn't know how long it was going to be, if I was going to go to court. That could drag out, the system itself drags people out for months or sometimes years. And so I just needed immediate help, and she set up some funds, and people came through in a big way, which I'm extremely thankful for. I'm not good at asking for help, but I really needed help, and so I thank everybody, people I don't know, people I know well, who came through and helped, and are still helping, and I can't thank you enough. I really can't. Really is wonderful how people pulled together to help us. I'm really tired. I'm sorry. I already done a video, and it's really a shame that I showed the papers so much, because it kind of exposes information I don't really want to go out to the world. So I do apologize. So, God, I keep losing train of thought. This is a really big deal. To take on a $70 billion revenue company, and how they get so much money is because they're so good at taking people's money, because you pay into this through your work, but they don't want to give it out. They want to keep it for themselves, and they can legally, because the laws are set up that way. Our wonderful Congress has created a system where insurance companies can abuse patients like they just did, and it's up to the patients, and most don't, fight them. I wasn't going to let this go, and it's paid off in a big way. For them to reinstate me a month and a half later, after carrying me for 29 months, my condition hasn't changed at all. They knew that, but they went through some medical notes and they found stuff from last year's writings that take completely out of context to put in this multiple page, very detailed drop me case. I mean, full on stuff, and then reinstate me with just one page with no explanation. I don't know how they came to their conclusion, and I kind of was looking forward to seeing how they came to a conclusion where they're actually going to reinstate something they had already denied, which that's a big deal. It's a big deal for our condition alone, because there's other people that have this condition, and not just me. And I've got to know some of them now. We have a support group where we help each other through this, because we're on our own. We've all seen multiple physicians and had many corrective surgeries. The expenses are extreme, and there's just a small minority where the medications that are for this condition and types of surgery just aren't working. And so we're just a rare breed of people stuck in this internal war that's just miserable. It's very torturing. And some actually have it worse than I do. And some have had their spouses or caregivers abandon them because it's really hard on everybody to deal with. So this response, this reinstatement to confirm that it is a disability, means a lot to us. It legitimizes us, doesn't make us feel so crazy, and so I'm really happy about receiving this, or having this not go through legal channels, because that's a whole other process of stress and that I just didn't want to deal with. So this is really cool. Anyway, I just wanted to thank everybody who has participated in helping us get through this, and who continue to participate, and just kind words are really nice to hear. This is a really tough condition. It really is difficult to deal with, and emotionally alone, you're just trying to find ways to make it through the day. I mean, like, this owl goes on hours and hours and days, and so it's exhausting. It's very painful. The stress, a lot of it's up here in my, as you see, in my throat, and it's affecting my collarbone. It's really damaged my right side, and so I can't move this as well anymore. It attacks your internal organs, and there's so many things that this is doing internally that you just don't see, and so I'm really happy this happens. So I just want to thank everybody, and try to keep you posted on how I navigate through this extremely rare condition.